From far and wide, Oilers fans, this is Dolynny TV. And welcome back to another edition of Edmonton Oilers Talk here on Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson Dolynny as we get set to kind of like I was talking, right? We were talking pre-All-Star schedule for the Edmonton Oilers, and now that we know Connor McDavid will once again captain the Pacific Division team in the All-Star game, it's time to take a look at who else might join Connor McDavid in the All-Star game from the Edmonton Oilers. Of course, there's a couple obvious choices, and then I will talk about the outlier who's kind of a replacement level All-Star, especially given what has transpired possibly the last 2-3 weeks with this Edmonton Oilers club. Guys, what I want you to do at any time you hear something you don't like something you agree with, you disagree with, you have some other opinion you want me to hear, hit me up in the comments section down below. I am always open to talking with you guys and trying to respond to the best comments. As long as you keep it as civil as possible, I will keep it and respond as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So guys, the Edmonton Oilers, you know what? We don't have a lot of positives to talk about lately. Another loss to the Canucks, abysmal effort defensively, goaltending-wise. In that first period, sunk us, couldn't score chances. Now Chiasson's going to miss the next game. You know what? We need to clear our heads and look at something positive. And like I said, right off the top, Captain Pacific, Connor McDavid is a big positive for, I believe the stat is, the third straight year he is going to captain the Pacific Division All-Stars. Well, hey, howdy. How do you do there, Connor? You've also won, what, 5 trophies past year? You know what I mean? It's been crazy to see what Connor McDavid's done the past 2 years. So let's go see what he can do once again this year, and let's go check the stats as to why he is the Pacific Division All-Star captain. It's pretty simple as this, boys. In his past 5 games, the guy has 9 points, okay? 9 points. Oh man, that seems weird. He should have more, but like I said, Oilers didn't bury chances last night, so don't mind me. I'm just pointing it out. However, 54 points in 36 games played. That is an incredible pace for Connor McDavid. You know what? Lots of good chances, power play chances, even strength points. He's been good all around. That's good for him. And let's take a look at the points per game average. I forget to pull up my calculator every time. 54 divided by 36. That is 1.5 points per game. You know what? There's only a couple other guys in the NHL performing at that kind of clip, and it is elite of Connor McDavid to be up there. You got to think of guys like Mikko Rantanen and, of course, Nikita Kucherov. 2 guys. Kucherov we've known for 2-3 years now. Guy is elite. Rantanen showing he's elite. He's playing with some very good line mates as well. Connor McDavid plays with good line mates in Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Alex Chiasson, guys who can finish goals for him when he's passing the puck around, and now he's starting to shoot the puck as well. You got to think he's on pace for just shy of 45 goals this year. Not bad. Very good pace for Connor McDavid. So guys, Connor McDavid, obvious choice for the All-Star game. He's already the Pacific Division All-Star captain. I don't have to discuss him as much. Now there's 2 guys that I feel are either going to make the team or else pretty much just show up because they're injury replacements. Third guy I'll talk about, of course, he's an outlier, but just based on a couple of factors. But let's go talk about Leon Draisaitl, who once again for the Oilers is that enigma for some fans. And Oilers fans absolutely frustrate me all the hell at times. I frustrate myself. I'm not going to kid you guys there. Yes, I frustrate myself as an Oilers fan. Leon Draisaitl is a guy everybody, as soon as things go wrong, jump on and say, holy crap, we're paying him too much. He's useless. Why is he playing with McDavid? He can only play with McDavid. We need somebody better than Leon. Problem is, guys, for the price point you're pricing Leon Draisaitl at, you're not going to get the production, the talent, the ease with McDavid that you are getting currently out of Leon Draisaitl. This year, you know what? We're getting rewarded. We're getting rewarded for sticking by, and all these Oilers fans that sit here, oh, Leon Draisaitl's terrible, we're paying him too much. Well, you know what? Back-to-back 70-point campaigns, 177, 170 even, and now 45 points in 37 games played for the Oilers. let's hear me out on a points per game average here. That's a 1.21, 1.22 if you round up on the 6 at the end. Points per game average, okay? Let's go on an 82 game pace. That's 99.79, 100 friggin' points. Boys, if this guy is not an all-star, there is a big issue. Obviously, yes, every team's got to have one all-star, and it all boils down that way, and you'll see how it all works out. Okay, fine, Danny, I'm fine with it. However, like I said, Leon Draisaitl is the obvious next Oilers all-star pick. That's an easy one, 100%. I don't think there's any question. Leon Draisaitl makes the all-star game for the Edmonton Oilers this season if, A, he continues what he's doing, and B, obviously it's just an easy answer based on points. It's as simple as that. So if anyone's going to vote, vote for Leon Draisaitl, but a guy you really should vote for the all-star game this season. A guy who continues to produce along at a career rate this season, and a guy who's stuck out the worst of times in Edmonton. A guy who a lot of guys now all of a sudden, I don't know where this is coming from. A couple of guys I've talked to are like, oh my God, we better trade Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for a defenseman. Peter Chiarelli could actually get a good deal out of that one. Hello, we traded Taylor Hall for Adam Larsson. So if you're hoping that you can trade Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for a #1 defenseman, please go live on whatever planet you're living in your head, and just leave the rest of us sane Oilers fans alone, because trading Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for a defenseman don't solve nothing at this point, especially considering this guy is putting up an all-star campaign in this whole new realm of NHL scoring that we haven't seen in a lot of years due to shrinking goaltenders and just a lot of systemic changes they've made to the NHL over the past 2 seasons. You know what? Goal scoring's up through the roof, in my opinion, especially when you've got guys like Draisaitl, McDavid, Kucherov, McKinnon, friggin' Rantanen, Landeskog, guys, Ovechkin, everybody scoring points the way they are. We haven't seen that to the extent we are seeing for 82 game projections in a long while. So pardon with me, let's hold on and let's take a look at what Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is doing in his turn of that, scoring 34 points divided by 37 games times an 82 game pace. That's 75 points for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. A couple of years ago, I think that would put him inside what? The top 15 scorers in the league? Well, guess what, guys? Top 15 scorers in the NHL go to the All-Star game. So I don't care where you rate Nugent-Hopkins, what kind of side saddle of Oilers fans you sit on. You know what? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, if Leon Draisaitl's not going to be the guy that makes it, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is obviously the other guy that makes it with Connor McDavid. That's the only thing I can look at, is if Draisaitl's out with injury or Draisaitl just doesn't make the cut, the only guy that's going to make the cut other than him is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. That's clear cut. There's one other guy I'm going to talk about as an outlier in a few seconds here, but Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, based on his just all-around being an Oiler, being a fantastic guy on the second line for the Oilers, is getting it done. And 75-point pace, that is all-star worthy. Pardon me there, gents. Okay, so that's enough ranting. Obviously, I think I've made my case clear for those two guys. That's as simple as it becomes. And now is where I get to the meat and potatoes. For you guys who have stuck around through 9 minutes of me ranting about Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, which, by the way, if we had an actual third-line center on this team, would be the first line 20 games out of 20 for this Oilers club. Well, guess what? Let's talk about the defense for a second here, because we are seeing a guy who has had some weird years as an Oilers defenseman. You know what? Come up. He's done all right, done bad. Oilers fans like him. Oilers fans hate him. He's lazy. He's bad at defense. He's an awesome offensive player. Oh my God, look at that slap shot. Darnell Nurse. Okay? As simple as it becomes for Darnell Nurse. He has stepped into the role of our #1 defenseman. Adam Larsson is a number 2 on any given NHL team. He should be a number 3 or number 4 technically, but we're an Edmonton Oilers club that doesn't know what a good defenseman looks like, so Adam Larsson's our number 2 defenseman. However, Darnell Nurse has taken over the number 1 role since Alistair Klefbom went down with his injury. Now, let's talk about Darnell Nurse's last 5 games in which he has 5 points, all assists, so we haven't seen the Darnell Nurse cannon. He only has 5 goals on the year. However, he gets 2 more this year. He'll have a new career high in goals, so let's just hold off on harping Darnell Nurse too hard in the goals department, considering he scored his career high in 82 games. We're 37 games into the season, and Darnell Nurse has 17 points. Now, the reason I say Darnell Nurse is an outlier for the All-Star game is, like, you'd obviously have to have 2 or 3 defensemen go down with injuries for Darnell Nurse to make it, or just choose not to play. But Darnell Nurse, I think, is a lock to get that second or third call should the NHL need defensemen when it comes All-Star time. Guys, my dog needs to go outside. He's trying to lick my face, so I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I've made my arguments clear. I'm Tyson. This has been Dolynny TV. Oh my God, Rudy loves me, boys. Rudy absolutely loves me. I will catch you guys, as always, in the next one. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure if you're new to the channel to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.